Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation, and this topic means it's going to be a not very long video. So this is how to best express your complaints to your spouse. I promised you it's going to be a shorter video, and the reason why is because you don't want to express your complaints to your spouse. I know you're probably boiling over with, but he does this, she does that, I need more sex, I need more time speaking, I need less arguing, all of these complaints. Here's the problem. It's not that they fall on deaf ears. That would be no problem. If they fell on deaf ears, it's not doing any damage. But what it's doing, when you express a complaint to your spouse, and some people will come back to me and go, but there's some things that you have to. I call those the yeah buts. Yeah, but what about in this case? Yeah, but what about in this case? Here's what it's doing, just so you know. Let's turn the tables. Let's say someone is complaining to you about one of your qualities, one of your behaviors, whatever. Now, sitting here in front of this video, you could say, oh no, I would listen. No, you wouldn't. Now, you might try, but don't forget, the mind is a computer with a mind of its own. You see, the mind is compelled to behave, compelled to react according to habits that have been stored in your subconscious mind forever. So when someone attacks you, because that's what your mind sees itself as, even though your mind is not you, you have a mind, you're not your mind. But when someone attacks you, and that's how you will see a complaint, filters go up. If you're really okay with hearing complaints, just filters. And you're able to go, well, this may be true, that part is not true, and la, la, la. But usually walls go up. In fact, usually walls go up and you're behind the wall aiming your rifle at the attacker. Self-defense. Don't forget, the number one part of knowing that something is alive is this self-preservation mode. It is in every living cell, compounded by the complexity of what those cells turn into. We have trillions of cells. Each one of them is screaming self-preservation, self-preservation, self-preservation. It goes to the mind, and the mind responds to this command, self-preservation. So if someone complains to you, your mind takes it as an attack. It just does. And to prove this to yourself, just watch. Next time you hear a complaint, watch how your mind reacts. And I want you to do something. I want you to stop the reaction in its tracks and go, wait a minute, mind, you're not being attacked. My husband or my wife is merely expressing how they feel about something. It's on them. Just do that so you can see it. This is a big deal. I've written 2 books. Lessons for a Happy Marriage, and then later, Breaking the Cycle. I have many, many articles, hundreds of these YouTubes, and our online course, which is for in trouble marriages, gender-based, I go into describing how the mind is supposed to be managed by you, the soul. Some people don't like that. They think it's too religious. So you, the consciousness, I am. It's not, I think, therefore I am. It's I am, therefore my mind gets to think. You have a mind. You have a body. You're in charge of controlling them. You know, if you have to go to the bathroom, you don't just go right there. You control your body. If your mind wants to snap at somebody, you don't let it unless it's your husband or wife. How crazy is that? And so we want you to understand how everything works, how it's all put together, so that you have control over it. You're looking down upon your marriage. It's an entity. And how it's supposed to perform. It's supposed to be performing based on love. On love. And if your marriage isn't performing based on love, it's only because you don't know any better. We have not been taught. And so that's why you bumped into us. That's why the video came up on your feed. That's why you searched this. And you were looking for, well, how do I tell my husband that he is blah, blah, blah? Or how do I tell my wife she's not doing this enough? And you don't. Then what do I do? What you do is you watch how your mind is triggered by these attributes that your spouse has. And you grow. You say to your mind, you're being really dumb. This is not that big a deal. We don't really have to complain about this, do we? Instead, I'm going to offer a compliment. I'm going to smile. I'm going to express love, not a complaint. And I'll see what happens. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. We're here for you. God bless you and take care.